Hey gang, this is a quick look around Playback Arcade in the Gallery Shopping Centre in Bristol. A newish retro arcade that might look sort of familiar to regular viewers of my channel because it's been erected on the site of the old History of Video Games arcade, which I visited and made videos about a couple of times in the past. I very specifically wanted to visit Playback as they had a particular arcade game I hadn't played on real hardware in well over 20 years, and I'd been hoping to locate somewhere locally that I could play it for ages. As well as footage recorded from my phone the normal way, I'm also experimenting here with footage recorded from a tiny little camera that clips on the side of my glasses and plugs into my phone for some hands-free gameplay footage. If you follow me on Twitter, you may have already seen some of my successful and less successful attempts at using this. The obvious advantage with it is that it leaves both of my hands free to play stuff whilst I'm recording. The disadvantage is that the video quality isn't as good as when I record with my phone normally, and the sound is also a bit muffled and quiet. Also, it's just worth mentioning that if you're planning a visit yourself, Playback Arcade is not to be confused with Play Nation, another Bristol-based arcade which is very close by. Play Nation is more of a modern arcade, with those types of redemption-y machine thingies that I hate. But they do at least have an Outrun 2 twin cabinet, albeit with the wrong aspect ratio monitors and messed up steering. Now, unlike some of the arcade bar experiences I've uploaded videos of recently-ish, Playback is an actual retro arcade. The main benefit of this is that rather than paying for tokens to play the arcade cabinets with, you just pay an entrance fee to get in, and then once you're in, all the cabinets are on free play. For £7.50 you can get 1 hour's entrance, or for £11 you can stay for as long as you like whilst the arcade is open, which is from 11 AM to 6 PM, and you can also come and go as you please. In my own honest opinion, this works out so much better than the token-based system that the arcade bars operate. The cost of tokens in those places isn't particularly cheap, and a lot of the time the big cabinet games, like your Sega Rallies and Daytonas, tend to cost 2 tokens, so it's pretty easy to play through them all quite quickly. Layout-wise, Playback is pretty similar to how the History of Video Games are set out. I think some of the cabinets might even be the same, like some of the Dance Dance type things that I never play. But there were definitely a lot of things that were new, including the main reason I wanted to go there, a Scud Race cabinet. I haven't seen any Sega Model 3 arcade board games in absolutely years. And the last time I played a real Scud Race cabinet, in its sit-down form, was in one of the piers in Portsmouth in the late 1990s. I've never actually seen a Scud upright before though. Unfortunately, once I started playing it though, I realised there was an issue with the pedals, where the brake kept coming on and activating on its own. It wasn't enough to bring the car to a complete stop, but you could tell it was happening because the brake lights kept coming on and you'd not reached the car's top speed. On the plus side though, the force feedback on the wheel was working, so that was good. The issue with the pedals was happening intermittently, so I was still able to enjoy playing this large slice of nostalgia again, mostly. There were also a fair few machines that were sadly out of commission, like the big sit-down Ridge Racer and this Super Monaco upright cabinet. Both games I'd have loved to have played on. They also had some retro console setup to play on. I really enjoyed getting to have a play on Point Blank 2 on the PS1 with a gun con, on an old school CRT again. I used to absolutely love this game. The actual History of Video Games exhibit, with all the old consoles from throughout the ages displayed in large glass cabinets, along with a bit of info about them from the previous event, was also still here. Anyway, I'm going to shut my face now so we can just concentrate on looking around and focusing on a few games. So there we have it, Playback Arcade in Bristol. For 11 quid for potentially 7 hours of gaming, I don't think you can really go wrong. Definitely worth a visit if you're a fan of retro arcade games. Righto, so I am going to sign off there. I have been Mr. Thunderwing, and I will catch you again for another video sometime soon. Ta-ra!